All right, I'm the Flat Rate Master, and today we're talking about 5 whiskeys that I always have on hand. All right, so if you watched last week's video, you know I smoke cigars and drink whiskey, and some of the whiskey channels have been doing top 5 whiskeys that are always on hand, and I thought it would be a fun topic for, whatever Wednesday. So the 5 whiskeys that I always have on hand. And I'm going to tell you honestly up front, they're bourbon and scotch. I don't do much Irish whiskey, and I don't do rums or tequilas. My wife does tequila. First one, and obviously I don't have any stuff here with me because, this is the shop. It's at my house. Now I could go run across the street and buy 5 bottles, but not doing that. One of the advantages and disadvantages of working next door to a liquor store is they're right next door. So, number 1, Bulleit Bourbon. Currently, I have cask strength at the house. It is strong. It is flavorful, but it's strong. So generally I tend to water it down a little bit to bring it down a little bit to get rid of the whiskey bite. But very nice. Now, before anybody, says in the comments, I know it is an MGP right out of their mash bill. Bulleit's done nothing to it other than bottle it. But it's a really good whiskey. So I like it. It's affordable. And it's one of my go-to bourbons. Number 2, Michter's American Whiskey. Now, this is very much in the bourbon realm, but it is unique, and it has become one of my favorite, just general drinking whiskeys. Really nice flavors. I get a lot of maraschino cherries, which I love maraschino cherries. Don't ask me why, but I do, and I really enjoy Michter's American. All right, number 3, because I can't do 3 with this finger. Number 3 is Balvenie Double. It is my just go-to sipping scotch. Nice flavors, complex but not, peaty, aggressive, and just it's a good sipping scotch. Number 4, and again, nice sipping scotch from Bruichladdich, the classic Lottie. Really, really nice scotch. Just great flavors. I can just sit there and sip on it all night. Generally do. It's a really good scotch. Now, number 5 was a hard one to pick because I've really gotten into peated Islay whiskeys. Complex. This is where the acquired taste of scotch really comes in, is Islay. And I want to say Laphroaig 10, because that was the first peated whiskey I'd ever tried, and it's still a tried and true, just go-to peated whiskey. And I've recently tried Ardbeg, which is also a great peated whiskey. But I gotta give it to Lagavulin 8-year. As much as I love the 16, the 8-year is more affordable and not quite as aggressive as the 16. I gotta go with Lagavulin 8-year as my 5th go-to whiskey. So I hope you like this list. I used to have a lot more bourbons on the shelf, but I've really gotten into Scotch, so I'm headed more towards Scotch. Much more complex, much more varied, which is one of the big things, is bourbons tend to be a very tight path, whereas scotches go all over the place. So hence why I've gotten into scotch. Hope you liked this list. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like my whiskey choices, give me a thumbs down. Let me know in the comments why you didn't like them. Maybe you're not an Islay fan. Again, let me know in the comments. What are your go-to whiskeys? And as always, thanks for watching. I am the Flat Rate Master.